Welcome once again to the BCA Just Bear Network. I'm your host, Gary Ulmer, for this week's Player Interview, where you can watch all of our programs on YouTube and Facebook simply by searching for BCA Just Bear Network. I'd like to welcome a special guest this week, Mr. Jackson Wilson, sophomore Jackson Wilson. Jackson, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What size are you right now?
6 foot and about 180, 85 pounds.
You're tall and lanky. You can add a lot of muscle mass, I guess.
Yes, sir.
You work out freak in the weight room, or do you try to avoid the weight room, or coach is gone, she can say what you want to.
I try to be in there as much as I can.
Yeah, okay. You've played some defense this year as well.
Yes, sir.
Do you like to hit people
Yes,
on
sir.
defense? Do you like to give them a lick when you're on offense running the ball?
Yes, sir.
It's a very physical game there. Do you like playing receiver? You've caught some passes, you know. Coming out of the backfield, caught some passes there. And last year, I know you had a great start. I think you had eight or nine touchdowns the first couple, 2.5 games, something like that. Great start. You had an injury. Tell us about that injury. What was the injury?
I tore my AC in my left shoulder, actually against, who was it?
Might have been, was it Cleveland game? I don't remember.
No, it was, I can't remember what game it was.
So it pretty much had you, not sidelined for the year, but it really affected your ability to play.
I think I missed 4 or 5 games.
4 or 5 games there. Your name gets mentioned a lot, obviously, when I'm on the radio doing play-by-play, and you're carrying the ball a lot. Had 30 carries last week. But, you know, that offensive line is why you're successful. And I hope you're in good tight with those guys.
I am, very.
They're your bread and butter for you there, to open those holes for you there. Something else I notice you do a lot, too, is when you're running, you've got your hand on the back of a blocker as you're following him through. What does that do for you? Does that sort of let you feel which way he's going, or is that to help you?
Well, you know, if I have my hand right there, you know, I can push him off and get him, go block somebody, or help me make a cut, or just so I can gain more yardage.
It looks like you slow down sometimes to wait on your blocker. Is that something you do too?
Yes, sir.
Is that something that's just a natural instinct for you, or the coaches? Have you been coached to do that kind of thing, to follow your blocker with your hand on them, or to slow down, wait on your blocks, or is it just a combination of everything?
Well, I was never really coached to put my hand on their back, but you know, you can't get very far if you don't have blockers.
Yeah. Who's your position coach?
Coach B, Coach Staniford.
Is he hard on you? Is he rough?
Not really. I mean,
113 carries, 964 yards. That's an average of like 8.5 yards per carry. 30 carries last week. I know Simon went down with an injury, so you basically had to carry the load last week. Is that a tough workload for you? I mean, I know Damon probably don't want you carrying 30 times a game, but you feel like you're capable of doing that, or carrying more, or would you rather carry a few more and share the workload with somebody else? Or?
you know, I mean, the coaches know what's best. If they put me out there, I'm going to go play.
Yeah, yeah. Well, another thing we've noticed, and talked about this on radio some, and Joe Ken, I think, first brought this up with us. When you're hit, you always tend to fall forward, which gets you another yard or two usually. And some guys get hit and they're falling backwards there. Is that just another thing? And you're so strong, I guess, in the legs, because you just keep pushing and pumping, and you don't go down first contact usually. It takes 2 or 3 or 4 guys sometimes, and you keep moving that herd down the field there and get positive yardage there. Is that the ability to do that something that's just you doing that with your guys pushing you? You know, we're just able to do that.
As long as my legs are moving,
yeah,
I'm usually gaining yards.
Yeah. Do you see yourself playing college ball?
Hopefully, yeah.
Who's a team that you like to follow in college that you want to see do really good? Do you have a favorite team?
Tennessee.
How about a favorite player? You have a favorite player in college or pros or anything that?
No.
Okay. Well, let me ask you about Coach Kevin Green, Lake Forest. Well, I've seen you play 3 or 4 years, and when I saw you down there, you was playing defense, linebacker, I guess, just playing running back. You just punting the ball, which you punt for the Bears. You just kicking off sometimes, or extra point, whatever. You multiple sport athlete there. He's putting a lot of guys, very successful guys here at Bradley Central. I mean, that team that was so good 2 or 3 years ago, went 20-something straight games, whatever. They're all playing with you now. So you guys played together 4 or 5 years in a lot of senses. So you guys pretty much know what the other guys thinking, I guess, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And I always like to ask, you don't have brothers and sisters, you told me.
I'm an only child.
The only child. Well, that's nothing wrong with that. And what's your mom's name?
Maureen.
We call her Mo. We got to meet Mo a while back. All right, we're going to wrap it up here for this week's interview with Mr. Jackson Wilson here on the Bear Network. You can see these on YouTube, Facebook. Just look for BCHS Bear Network. Also be on Twitter, so you can see them there too, and they'll be there for a long time, all free of charge, of course. All these brought to you here on the Bear Network. I'd like to thank Coach Schroeder's broadcasting class, as always, for their great work here in the H12 studio here on the campus at Private Central High School. Until next time, this is Gary Omi saying God bless and go Bears.